someday following me into the family business.
Caped critiquers.
Welcome, newbies, to Sky High.
In the end, my girlfriend became my arch enemy. My arch enemy became my best friend, and my best friend became my girlfriend. But
That's
hey,
high school.
it's high school.
Does Warren actually become his best friend?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, I could see it.
Not like
Probably.
that. What about like Zach?
Yeah. Like how many lines did they have together?
I still think it's a great name.
Oh yeah.
Warren Peace.
War and Peace.
I
There's
mean,
no doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have to say one thing. Main characters in this movie, I couldn't tell you another thing they were in. There's probably 4 people in this movie that I know from other stuff.
Well, Zach is in Succession.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
He's one of the
No?
cousins.
Cousins,
of the
okay.
sons.
See, I never saw the show.
Warren Peace is in The Expanse. He's the main character.
I don't know that
Pretty
either.
big.
I sent Jack a
I've
Reddit
never
post
seen
today
that.
someone posted saying, "I wish Steven Strait was a better actor."
Yeah. He also sings the song at the prom.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's him? Like
Yeah.
you weren't fuck with me?
No.
That's
Really?
a pretty
That's him.
popular song.
Because
Wow.
in the captions, it
Mhm.
said he was singing it.
Yeah.
Well,
And then, like, I searched it up, and apparently in the soundtrack, like, it's real. It's not just, like,
So-
a weird
But that's, like,
catch.
such a
something
weird
I
deep
found
cut
out
song.
along those lines is that Patrick Wharton actually played Gwen Grayson, I guess, as she's in the
The suit, yeah.
The
when
suit.
She's Royal Pain. He
yeah.
was
Yeah.
a-
So that's Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
You know?
Really?
Very
That's
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Also, Tom Kenny is in
He's
this movie.
Joe from
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, that
I
was a
forgot,
weird.
I forgot he
Tom
was
Kenny.
in it.
Yeah.
Sonic
This is
Boom.
like maybe
Yeah.
the best use of like Bruce Campbell's like voice
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
such a funny fucking role for him.
Yeah.
So I liked the movie. I thought it was cute.
I have. Oh,
But
I think I've seen this movie. Like,
It
maybe
went
20
along
times.
the lines of those 80s movies, those coming of age movies that were popular in the 80s, but it had the superhero twist in it, you know, the high school thing.
Yeah.
So it was
Except
cool.
the main character is the worst character in the whole
And-
movie.
and that's it. And then after his arc was like, okay, there, he just got it, and nothing else
He
happened. with
faces
it.
no problems
no
in the movie.
he
really.
doesn't. And all problems,
I don't know. It's
all
hard.
problems he has are created by other people around him.
Yeah, and like the way he solves most problems is like perfect, pretty much. Because like I feel like he's a pretty morally like good guy,
Mhm.
you know. Like he only makes bad decisions because of bad information, you know. Like he didn't know that like Crush was like a fucking supervillain, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
who was practically reincarnated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She was a
And then,
baby
like,
and she had to
yeah.
wait to grow up
Even
again.
even before that, he breaks up with her like
Mhm.
when he tells his like,
When he
friend to
finds
fuck
out
off.
that
Yeah.
she's not a morally sound
Yeah, the way
person.
how
Yeah.
he treated her best,
Yeah.
his best
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
And like he apologizes at the
Mhm.
right time. He tells
Yeah.
his dad that like
Yeah, not a
sidekicks
bad
are
kid.
cool.
Not a bad kid, but
Yeah.
So-
strange circumstances.
So
He's
one of the
also the
things
worst
I
actor.
didn't like in this is that his parents were actually not nice to the people that were below them.
Yeah. There's like a weird
You know?
like fascism
Yeah.
type.
Yeah.
that
Like,
elitism.
yeah.
Yeah.
Side
You know,
in this
I'm
movie.
the hero,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I
And that-
can't remember what's his name. My sidekick.
The
Yeah.
sidekick, yeah.
American Boy.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
No, but
that's
that's
what
the
the way
father
he was
I
Oh, yeah, I
saying.
remember,
couldn't
Yeah,
remember him. Yeah.
yeah, but
You know?
you're
Yeah,
right.
that-
there
that-
was a
Mhm.
dual
That kind
level
of
there.
reminded me of The Boys a little bit.
Oh, really? Where they
Because they're just so elitist in
Yeah.
that show.
But I had that vibe as well, and I was thinking of that, but it's just like the top heroes aren't murderers.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That is true. They don't kill for fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
they were obviously good parents,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time they wanted to make everything look good for them.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
The Stronghold 3. You know, they
Yeah.
couldn't wait to get that
Yeah.
out there. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
But,
their son's kind of just like secretly Superman.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it took the son to not have his powers and be afraid of that to tell his parents to actually, it's almost like a coming out movie,
Yeah.
you know?
And there was like a lot of, I guess, like weird messaging that you could put.
Mhm.
It kind of like it just like is big metaphor for like fucking anything that a teenager could possibly go through.
That's what I mean. It reminded me of one of those 80s coming of age movies
Yeah.
with that superheroes thing to
This
it.
movie was made in a lab to make it appealable to everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
it is one of those movies where like you can enjoy it a lot on a first watch, but I made
Oh my God, he made me watch this thing where this group of friends watched the movie over and over again in 24 hours.
Oh,
yeah, they watched
Jesus
13 times
Christ.
total.
Yeah, they were going batshit crazy by the end of it.
They probably knew word for
Batshit
word.
crazy.
yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they were singing out the last scenes, and it was just insanity.
Yeah, I think I could probably do that with any movie. you
One
watch over
funny
and
thing
over.
that they brought up though is during like the first fight scene
With War and Peace.
Yeah. when Warren Peace is on top of the cafeteria table,
Right.
and then he gets thrown. It's so like he gets hit so hard
Right.
onto
Yeah,
the ceiling.
I was gonna text
Like-
you. I was
Yeah.
like,
I mean, his brain
One
should have
piece
been
fucking
splattered
died.
up there.
yeah.
Yeah, they were saying he should be in a wheelchair now, and they just kept focusing on that one thing over and over again.
Eh,
The way that he hits his head on that like fucking weird indent is so
Mm-hmm.
fucked.
Yeah.
too, and he just like falls hardly after.
Yeah, he
should
falls
be,
into-
he literally should be a paraplegic.
Yeah.
And it's not like his powers or anything remotely related to like being able to take a hit. I guess
Yeah.
he's just
Right.
a tough
Yeah.
guy.
right.
Throws fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of not able to fly Johnny Storm a little bit.
What do you mean?
He can flame on, I think.
I like when he threw a fireball at a vent to like unscrew the vent.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he kind of hit it, and it
Yeah.
felt. Yeah.
I have prepared.
Uh-oh.
Fireball.
Your patience will lead to unexpected joy, and your numbers are 11, 50, 47, 5, 8, and 4.
That's very deep. That's really very deep.
Weird that like he was just there. I wonder
I guess it like
if that was a real.
I don't
fortune
know.
cookie.
And he actually spoke Cantonese.
Yeah, he speaks
Yeah.
fluent Cantonese, even though Stephen Street.
That's
was-
just saying, you sometimes the weird kid, there's a lot you don't know about
I
him.
guess, yeah.
Give everybody a break because you may be surprised if you find out.
Mhm.
He was kind of like the most interesting character, and they, despite like showing that, they just like don't dive into his backstory really
Right.
at all. Like kind of just
Right.
mention it.
So, funniest character in this movie for me, and you guys probably don't know her whole back thing, but Cloris Leachman
Oh, the
as
nurse?
the nurse, she was
She
hilarious.
was actually like
Yeah.
her acting, even when she
Yeah.
throws the paper, she's like, oh,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, she was just hilarious even back in the 70s as
She was
a
in
character actress.
Frankenstein, right? Young Frankenstein, right?
Yes, but I'm trying to picture her.
Mm-hmm.
But also the principal is Wonder Woman in the show.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
of course,
Yeah,
Linda
yeah.
Carter.
Well, that's
Yeah.
even funny because at the end she's like, you guys are all just like beyond saving. I'm not Wonder Woman.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
She
I
walked
remember
out.
that.
Yeah.
Funny.
Weird. This movie was $35 million, and I feel like the CGI was like pretty good for that.
It's actually-
You know?
It was okay.
Yeah, it was
I,
pretty,
I don't
like-
think it's like even bad.
Yeah.
At any point,
Decent.
honestly.
Yeah.
say, like
I mean,
Power
the movie has
Rangers
some
level.
pretty cool things. I mean, the whole school bus thing taking off like that, the kids
Yeah.
freaking out. That was kind of cute. You know?
Even like the fighting the robot in the city. Even though
Mhm.
the city itself was probably the worst looking part of that.
Right.
But like the robot kind of looked good.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also would say like whatever the fuck the stretchy kid's name was. I forget. Like Slash.
Mhm.
Was that this fast
Lash.
Lash.
one?
Lash.
Yeah.
Lash.
His CGI always looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There were times in this movie where I felt there was like a Power Rangers type of vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
it's like a Disney hero movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I could also like it was made probably on back cusp of like all those big Power Rangers things.
Yeah,
so.
I agree.
I like the movie because I don't know, as lighthearted as it is,
Mhm.
it kind of just gave me everything you expected in
Mhm.
a kids with superpower
Yeah.
But-
kind of thing.
and it's a nice entry level movie for kids that you want to sort of get, I guess, into superhero movies.
This might have been
if-
my first
yeah.
superhero movie.
Really?
Really?
Because
Wow.
like I watched it in Disney World
Mhm.
for the first time, weirdly enough. But
Yeah,
I
it's
thought-
good. Like I've
Yeah, it's a good movie.
probably seen it like 15 to 20 times.
Yeah.
Just like growing up, every time it was on, I would watch it.
but imagine watching it 15 to 20 times in one day.
Oh boy.
Maybe that's why I look at it with the rose
And
glasses.
Um,
what'd you think of the Jester?
Yeah, I didn't. That guy was fucking.
He was
Bizarre.
just-
was
but
fucking
when he
weird.
got grabbed,
A lot of the like dialogue jokes or just like comic dialogue is pretty good in this. You know,
Mhm.
that's where most of the like funny moments are
Right.
from. But
Mhm.
like all the physical comedy kind of just like sucks.
Except I thought that anything Zach did was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean he's just a great actor,
Yeah.
comedy
Even
actor,
like
I guess.
at the end when he's like dancing,
Yeah.
just like the way he's dancing is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he's like a great slapstick comedy
Yeah.
actor, and yeah, he was pretty good.
There's a funny line. I don't even know if this was intentional, but he said, "You saw what happened to Warren? You want a piece of that?"
Yeah, I did notice that.
Also, the dunking must end.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect delivery. The cinematography in this movie is like bad, even like the lighting. But there's 515 Dutch angles, which is like when it's sideways. I don't know if they like broke a tripod or something, but like it's just like horrible,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Or maybe everything's set up on something and they just can't show it, and who
I don't
knows?
know. It's just weird.
Yeah, I
He's
don't know.
doing the old Batman
Yeah.
tilted floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Things.
it might be like some hiding wires or some
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
But
What did you think of Kurt Russell in this one?
It's fine.
He just went through a lot of these movies. I just think he was grabbing the money for, but I mean, he
They did what
played
he had to
himself.
do.
I thought he was decently good. Like
Yeah.
actually putting in like a pretty decent performance.
I like the gag where it's like a cutaway to the drawer of phones, and just like half a second. I just love like cutaway gags like that.
Yeah,
you know?
because obviously it's something that happens all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like there's actually a lot of like good world building in this, where it's just like it feels like a good
Look at the
comic
picture
dialogue.
for the slime kid. Why is he 4?
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know why.
Maybe
Yeah, I
he was
saw
in like a
that, Ethan.
sitcom or some shit.
Maybe.
But that was also one of the scenes that turned me off to their characters. That I'm just going to call the school and fix this.
Yeah.
You know?
You want to know something funny? I liked this character, but like the cheerleader character was like a fun character to do like the
Oh, yeah.
multiple ones.
Mhm.
She's like a Kardashian friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
And she was one that I wanted to punch in the face.
I mean, she's good at being like an annoying villain,
Mhm.
I guess, but it is like the perfect type of character to like multiply.
Villain was just like stupid because like like what even was the plan really? Like what
Turn
was the
everyone into
goal after?
babies,
You know?
and she wanted to turn everyone into babies and then raise them into being
Villains.
Super villains.
But like she had her I feel like she had her memories though. Still the
Yeah,
villain.
that's a good point.
You know.
Yeah.
Eh.
It's not that important.
I like when the sidekick caught.
American boy caught the mom.
Yeah.
Oh, was it the mom?
It
Oh,
was
he
the
had a
mom,
crush
yes.
I
on
thought it was
her.
the
He
dad.
had
Yeah.
to catch her.
Mm-hmm.
American boy.
Also, the whole like love triangle is like a funny thing to have in this.
Yeah, but it's just something that happens in all of those movies.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of been
you're right.
Yeah,
used
the two
over and
best
over.
friends, the girl and the guy, best friends, and
But
then
you don't realize
Yeah.
she's got a crush on him, and you know.
I can't even remember if the twist where she's Royal Pain worked at this point because just like how ingrained this movie is.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. The way that they reveal it is kind of just like it just like happens. and
Yeah.
it's
Like there's not any hints
Yeah.
No.
either. So.
Well, I think the big reveal for the kid was when he was looking through the
through
yearbook.
the yearbook.
Mhm.
Because she aged back to exactly looking like she was in the yearbook.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Interesting that they didn't notice it though. Like when the whole family looked
Yeah.
through the yearbook.
I don't think.
Because she was a sidekick, and they
Right.
just shit on sidekicks and
Right,
hardly notice.
exactly.
And that's my
She
whole
wasn't
point. They just shit on people.
Right.
I
What's
didn't
her
know
whole
she was a sidekick.
She was in the hero
She-
class.
Yeah.
She was.
Was she?
Yeah.
Well,
Because
then
when
also,
he
like,
got transferred over, she
you
was, he
remember
was
when
in science.
The second time.
Yeah.
Second
But
time. The first time she
that's
was a
why
sidekick.
His parents never
Mm.
paid attention to.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the
Wonder why.
big brain guy,
Mhm.
like they're talking about how, or she's like, and you'll be the one on cereal boxes, and then the big brain
Yeah, right.
guy was like, isn't that a fucking shame?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right.
And then like later on in the movie, she's like talking about like, my genius was looked over. So I think it was more like that. Like I don't know if she like, did they say she was a sidekick?
She was a sidekick the first time
Okay.
round. 'cause
Initially.
yeah.
Okay. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know why
What-
she
what is
would
she
be
called?
because a
A techno-
technopath.
Yeah, she was a technopath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is like
very
forged
cool.
It is actually
Yeah,
very
that's
cool.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Isn't
Well, I
like,
guess like in the
fucking, like,
70s, that wouldn't be that great, maybe.
guess, and it's just fucking
Yeah, depending
Iceman
on
was
the
always
tech.
a mega
Maybe.
level.
Ron Wilson, bus driver.
Yeah, he falls into a vat of acid at the end.
Yeah.
I like the. Where am I gonna get a vat of acid?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
also,
he was kind of on the verge of being very obnoxious. I mean,
Yeah.
even where they were talking about the sidekicks, and he says, "Yeah, I had a sidekick. He saved my life once. I can't remember his
He also
name."
wants to like fuck his son's girlfriend, like pretty obviously.
Oh boy.
I mean, she's like, he's gorgeous, and then like even like he's like, no, because she asked us to. We have to.
also the
You got to
weird
keep up the images.
ending thing with the sidekick, American boy.
What happened?
It's just like how she kisses him.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was
You're gonna invite him over for something.
come down to the secret sanctum.
The way the final battle is shot, like, was a little bit nauseating to me.
It's just
Yeah,
how
'cause-
Round
there's,
and
like,
round.
wires.
Yeah.
that
And just
guy.
like the amount of edits and the fucking
Mhm.
Dutch
Yeah.
cuts or shots.
I don't
Also-
like that in any movie.
I
No.
thought it was weird when like what's the main character's name?
Will.
When Will gets like fucking flung out the window and dies, plummets to earth and dies. And like they go, like the grass girl goes to attack, and then Warren's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, what are you doing, man? Like, just you were the fire guy, just fire up. And then it's like, oh, actually, I believe she's gonna come flying in. Hold on.
Yeah. You're right. She could have fucking gotten him
Yeah.
probably.
She like hung the cheerleader by her neck 7 times. with the-
Yeah. uh,
Don't leave us all here to fucking die.
the movie ends because he can fly, and also he's okay with violence when violence happened to her.
Yeah.
That's the
He
movie.
kind of got his powers because he
Oh,
had
violence.
to, right?
Yeah.
He had
Yeah,
to
survival.
defend himself.
Yeah, survival.
So That was it.
Mm-hmm.
How does he get the strength? Oh yeah, he gets it. I guess he's a mutant, technically, right? When that triggers his mutation.
Yes, I don't know. I'm not that into the lore of Sky High. I didn't read the comics. Do we have anything else to talk
I
about?
kind of like it's such a movie where it's like it almost. I wish there was more lore to it.
Yeah.
Like going forwards. Like, what do you mean? Fucking War and Peace is your best friend.
I wonder how
Are you looking for a sequel?
I was not anymore, but
I was kind of happy it ended. With
What was this,
the way it ended.
2005,
if they were
2006
to
this
make a
came
sequel
out?
for this movie now, it would be like the original cast are all parents, and I'd
Yeah.
fucking
And their
I'd
kids.
they have
see all
kids.
of the
They have
fucking movie
kids,
theater
yeah.
while we were all in it. If
Yeah.
that's a thing.
And his
It
mother's
over
passed
doubled
away
its
because she really
movie,
passed
or
away in real
budget.
life.
What?
It over doubled its budget. 35 million budget, 86.4 million box office.
Okay.
Wow.
And I feel like this is a movie that probably did really well in like DVD and shit
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
For sure. It played on fucking Disney probably
Yeah.
5 times.
Well, my least favorite scene is the ending, just with the crazy
Yeah, with-
cinematography and all that.
There's like a lot of moments in this movie that are kind of just like a little too cheesy.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's even like beyond being like funny for like pretending to be like a that type of movie. Like it kind of just is, but
Yeah.
worse at times.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even like pick a.
My favorite scene was actually Save the Citizen when they teamed
Same.
up.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
just like has stuck with me ever since I first watched it.
Oh, that yeah.
I love War and Peace as a character, but like at the same time, he's written in such a way where it's like you might be autistic. No one could be that much of a loner.
Yeah.
Want to know my second least favorite scene? When Zach says, "Look at her cute little legs"
Yeah,
to the guinea pig.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't love that either.
Yeah.
Look at the cute little legs.
hey, the only thing that bothered me was in that scene, Save the Citizen, when Speed, whatever the hell his name, was sucking the air away from him,
Yeah.
and the two teachers up there were like, "Oh, you see, no oxygen, no flame."
Yeah.
Not saying the fucking guy's gonna die because he can't breathe, you know.
Yeah, and I also just like you're a superhero school, but it's like I don't know. You guys like seem to like kind of be promoting like villains at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I guess if they want to go off on that career path, like you guys aren't doing much to stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bruce Campbell was perfect with that, with his clipboard. You
Yeah.
guys want to be heroes or villains?
Yeah.
Villains. Yeah, what a surprise.
Yeah. So, my worst scenes were the whole Inner Sanctum thing. I just didn't.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
kind of
it's kinda
cheesy,
sucked,
you know.
yeah.
It was like more of a clubhouse than it was, anything else. Yeah, the mother had the whole thing set up with the computers and all that stuff. I wanted to see more of that. He was just sort of fly by his seat and all of his trophies. For him, it was a trophy room.
I'm sorry, did they slide down a fire pole?
And
Yeah,
they saw,
yeah.
so
Well,
they
that's
had a
such
little ode to
totally,
Batman.
How did they get back
Adam
up?
West Batman.
A little ode to Adam.
I don't know.
And how'd you get back up exactly?
Yeah.
Well, how did Adam West and
I thought they were on
that's right. They had the little.
Yeah.
That's right. They had
Jet
those little.
packs or
Yeah, they
whatever,
had those
yeah.
little things. That's
pads
right. I
at the
forgot
bottom.
about that.
Yeah.
There are like a lot of jokes in this where like I was just like I can't even write these down anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like the fight with War and Peace where he kills War and Peace on the side of the fucking
The ceiling.
cafeteria. There's just like a lot of things in this movie where it's like I think I like it because it's funnier for me to pretend like someone got seriously injured. I don't know.
Oh boy.
The video I made you watch, there's a part where when they like go off the bus for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
they were joking about how that's the last scene that they shot and they actually all died.
But that's like the whole thing to me. It's like the town sees this bus pick up these kids every day and never knows where it goes, and then it just shows up later on. Are these kids going to BOCES? Are they going to
School fucking almost fell on SpongeBob's house.
Yeah, are they going to some secret lab in the Mojave Desert or something?
I also
where are they
like how
going?
Tom Kenny like saw his secret identity.
Mhm.
You know, like I feel like secret identities in this are just like there are none really.
Right,
Yeah.
correct.
Like especially among superheroes, everybody
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
knows each other.
And initially, that first drop with the bus, how fucking high up was that highway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like
Yeah.
they took like an off ramp, and all of a sudden it looked like they were 1,000 feet above the town.
And are they ever going to finish that damn road?
Yeah, really.
It's like I'm just like back to the secret identity, but like even just like showing students, there have been students that like grow up to be villains,
Right.
You know, so it's just weird.
The movie was what it was.
Does anyone die in this movie actually?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. They need to make an alternate version where Will can't fly.
But for what's sort of, I guess, maybe it's a teen movie, I don't know, but there was definitely a lot of those undertones of sexual tension throughout this entire movie.
Yeah, like
You know, I mean, that's
the
how
dad
she
and
got
his son-
everything
the
she
dad
wanted.
And his son's girlfriend.
Yeah,
the son
and then
the son's
her
girlfriend.
sort of flaunting to get what she wanted to get into the inner sanctum. You want my inner sanctum? You got to take me to yours first.
Oh wait, yeah, we got to
You know?
talk about the party scene.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a lot of just like
So I pointed
shit
out
to pick apart
this to
there.
Jack this morning with the party scene. There's,
Kids climbing the
well,
walls.
there's the one kid that goes up to like the fireplace, I guess, and
Mhm.
he picks up that gem.
Yeah.
Right.
And he shoots
And
his
he-
laser
Yeah,
eyes into it,
and
and
it-
the lights go.
And it makes a disco
I
thing.
sent to Jack, kid can be standing there for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like, the whole time the
Mhm.
fucking lights are on.
well, he didn't though because everybody got kicked out, so he got lucky.
Hey, eye boy, get over there and make some lights. Now stay there all
Also,
night.
there's like the part when the fast kid walks in. He's like, I'm looking for a bucket.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Whatever.
For
You're
for
a
our
fucking pervert.
iced up soda.
hmm
You're a pervert.
And what did he
Fast
do with
gang.
her down there? Just made out with her?
And then she stole the.
Well, yeah,
or
the
the fast guy
the
then
fast guy.
stole
That's-
the
yeah, while they
the weapon. That's all they did. Yeah.
I gotta give this movie a 4.
a 4?
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
Really?
So
Okay.
if you were Baby Jack watching it, though, what would you think?
The first time
I
you've
mean,
seen it.
For the first superhero movie ever, I don't even know. Like I don't know, probably like I don't know. Like I don't think I even understood like like a rating scale at that point.
No, but if you
But I liked it a lot.
watched it from
you know?
beginning to end, or did you like say halfway through you got up and
I think I watched the whole thing.
yeah?
Did you like it this time?
I mean, I laughed at the jokes and everything. Like I was enthralled the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like I didn't like stop watching too
it's
much
like
or
gonna be
anything.
like the first time in a while. I feel like our ratings aren't.
Wow.
What's yours?
I'm gonna give this a 6.5.
I feel like a 4 isn't that bad, honestly. For this, you know.
I think this was 10 times better than Madam Web.
Oh,
More enjoyable and more action.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna give it a 7.5, only because of what it is.
I just think it's good.
You know, and like you said before, there's no lore. We didn't know these
Mm-hmm.
characters before the movie, and we don't know anything about
I
them
will
after.
say,
With
one
that
of,
said,
like,
they built characters pretty well
one of, like,
quickly
most
in this movie.
handicapping things about this movie is like the main character is the most boring character in the movie.
He's
Pretty
also
much.
a worse
Yeah,
actor.
yeah.
He says, "Oh," and then the girl says, "Cute" or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I eat lunch.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's
that was
also
it.
you know the script, but
Yeah, I guess he didn't. Play
I
it
thought
well.
that, when they were looking down at the school floating out there, that was actually pretty set up nice, this and that. But then when you were inside, it was just like a regular old school,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt kind of futuristic to me.
they had a gym with a fucking saw in it.
I suppose.
All the like fashion in this is pretty crazy too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought, truthfully, that the room that neutralized everyone's powers was a
Mhm.
pretty cool idea for
That
a high
was.
school.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with superheroes that get out of line?
I don't even
Yeah.
think the X-Men have a room like that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's in the third X-Men movie, but they don't have one.
I feel like if I rated it a 6, then like I wouldn't feel right because like that's like a 1.5 below what I rated Batman Begins.
Yeah, but it's a different type of movie.
I
Yeah.
guess I don't know. It just
It's
doesn't
really
feel
for
right.
a different audience, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is like tweens,
Yeah.
I would
I mean,
put
like
it
this was just I don't know. Like I can't even compare it to other superhero movies.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like
even as a kid.
trying to
you know?
rate Finding Nemo
Yeah.
to Jaws.
at. Mhm.
I guess yeah.
They're both about fish, but
Is there even really another like coming of age teen like group superhero movie? Like maybe
New Mutants.
yeah, but those were kind of made to be serious,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
comic
like and that
serious.
it's only like a few moments where you get that type of stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably just like some shit on Netflix. You know.
Yeah. I also feel like
Probably.
I wouldn't like an X-Men movie that's like focused on like
Yeah.
teens.
Anyone else want to give a rating?
5.
I was
5
at
out of
6
10.
myself in my head. Even when I was watching it, I was
Yeah,
saying,
but
for
I mean-
what it is.
For what it is, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you can't compare it to like the Breakfast Club or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if I go to Applebee's and I have a good meal and I give it a rating, it could be an 8. I'm just saying.
Right.
But then I can go to a top-notch 5-star restaurant and also give it 8, but it's a different type of meal.
I can't really rate things like that,
Mhm.
but I rate this a 6.5 because I just think it's pretty good.
I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed watching it. I didn't want to turn it off. Not that, I wouldn't have walked away from it, don't get me wrong. But I enjoyed watching it all the way through. It kept me
Yeah.
entertained.
What are you giving it?
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10?
Yeah. Jose.
Okay.
Right here, brother.
Shut Shall we get into Agatha?
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
do some
just
Agatha.
whatever.
So I kind of want to open it with: do you think the whole episode is going to be on the road?
Most
No.
certainly, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to follow the
100%.
road, and every week is going to be something different that they encounter on the road.
Because last week,
This opened it up
or-
perfectly. For
yeah,
that.
last week I said I don't think it will. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's a short story thing,
Right.
but I don't know. Now I feel like it might be.
So I got a question.
Okay.
Do you guys think Miss Hart is actually a witch and she's just not showing it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I.
But-
she's playing on that role of I'm so nice and sweet.
I feel like. it
And
would
do you
be
think she's really
interesting-
dead? Or do you think she's going to
Fuck
show up on the
no.
road?
I
now?
feel like it would be
fuck
like
yeah.
interesting if she actually did die,
See, I don't think.
but
she's- she
I
can't.
feel like she's probably not actually
No.
dead.
And I wonder if somebody else who we've already seen in the show is going to come back and maybe bring her back to life, but as the witch she's supposed to be.
I have no idea.
Wasn't she like? I feel like there's something like the Green Witch.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Have
She's
they
the-
called her that yet?
She's supposed to be. No.
No, they haven't. But it all makes sense. Mrs. Hart,
Yeah.
green, as in
Well,
the green thumb.
Didn't she
You know,
say something
and
like?
she was a great
Oh, I actually go by.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Yeah. What was that
Sharon.
about?
I don't know. Unless it's Sharon Green. I don't know.
Well, at
Like-
the same time, Agatha knew that she was the Green Witch. She like when they were getting together in the house. She like, oh, I know exactly the
But
woman to
it's-
go for.
So is she
I
like
thought it
also
was
under a
because-
spell?
Didn't we say like I thought it was because like it's supposed to be Audrey Plaza's character, and then
Oh yeah, so she got replaced because she didn't want to ask
Yeah,
Audrey's.
Yeah. She's also in WandaVision.
But that's
So, I don't
No,
know.
I think her name in WandaVision was Mrs. Hart.
well, yeah,
Yes.
she's Sharon Hart.
Right. That's her name. And
Hart though.
right.
Yes.
And although the thing, that piece of paper didn't
A black
spell
heart.
out Hart.
It just had a black heart on it.
Which
So I guess that's
I
why
alluded
she
to
thought it was.
Audrey Plaza saying,
Yeah.
"My heart is
My-
black."
that's
and
right.
it beats for you.
Right.
I see.
And I think you're supposed to think that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things it
Um,
can mean now because they brought up the name.
We have the first official name drop of Mephisto. in
Yeah.
the MCU.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
which is pretty big.
Just looking at a wiki, but like even in Agents of Shield, like it was just like a slight mention,
Mhm.
you know, like he's never appearance or anything.
Right.
See, that's what I liked about this last episode is that it's speculating. The characters are speculating,
Mhm.
just like we're all speculating
Right.
of what's coming down the road.
Yeah.
I wonder
You
if
know?
like we'll see like Sacha Baron Cohen in this show.
Yeah, as like
He
a
does odd things. you
king
know,
at the
so-
end of Loki season 1 type thing.
And the Darkhold is back.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It did show the Darkhold.
That whole thing with her.
So does that mean Wanda's back?
I still say we're going to see Wanda in this somewhere somehow. I
Somewhere,
say
yeah.
we're going to see
So-
her.
Speaking of that Darkhold, I loved what they did in that last episode where they all experienced their own hallucination
had
of
that
something
hallucination
horrible.
Yeah, and it was all like
Just awesome.
something like about each of their characters too.
Yeah.
Just, like, a
Yeah.
cool way to kinda
And
show
for some
you.
reason, I don't like Agatha's personality because I hate people like that.
Mhm.
But when I got to see her, like the second she moved that blanket and
Oh,
she
yeah.
saw it, and her mind just snapped,
Yeah.
I fell in love. I was
But then
like,
she
I
had to
like you.
Then she had to turn around and be the tough girl
Yeah,
again.
she had
you
to
know?
turn around and pretend like
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Mhm.
She had to wipe away the tears. I was like, that's beautiful. I
Yeah,
love this.
I'm
Yeah.
just significantly more interested in that stuff. Like after you spoke about it last
Mhm.
week, just like the lore behind like her son and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
and I
I
think
wanna
that
know
they're
more.
getting deeper into that. I think we're going to see something come about with that. I have to say, and I've said it before, and sorry, Patty, I'm not a big Patty LuPone fan, but I actually like her in this character.
Yes.
She's not overacting as she normally
Right.
does
She's
to
the
me.
one that has like the
The-
crazy.
Yeah,
she
she
can
yeah.
see the
Actually,
future.
she's been like one of my favorite.
Yeah,
characters.
exactly. I have to say she's been one of my favorites. She's been solid the whole way through.
Yeah.
Hasn't broken character in the least, and she has a pretty complicated character. But when she had that hallucination, I was like, "Holy shit!" And it actually scared me. That
What was
one.
hers again?
Yeah.
Hers was she saw the
The
old
dead
the
people.
young,
dead
the young
people.
girl, and then
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
dead.
It
and
was
they're
like
all dead. And like
Russian
her coming
or
out
some
of
shit?
that, it was like
Yeah.
very believable.
Was it the Russian?
Some European.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely European or something.
She's the mother of Doom.
No.
but is she one of the oldest, or
I
is
wonder if it is fucking
don't
Ladvarian.
She's some shit.
she-
One of
she's the only one
older
that they
ones.
really
Yeah.
She's
mentioned
isn't she
age?
400 years old?
She's over 400 years old.
Isn't Agatha older?
I don't know how old Agatha is. That's why I'm
Yeah, I don't
asking.
know.
but she's-
she's around Salem. Time.
But it's
Mhm.
obvious those two seem that they had some sort of past
sort of
that they
history,
both
yeah.
remembered.
yeah,
You know.
I don't know.
That
though.
was interesting, though, what you said. The mother of doom.
Mhm.
But she
I
was a
don't
witch.
Yeah.
Oh,
His mother
that-
was a witch.
Huh.
She is 400 years old though, so
Doesn't matter. She could have
Yeah,
had him
I guess.
later on in life, you
Mhm.
know.
or maybe Doom's very old.
It'd be interesting if they went for that. I don't think they will, but
Jack just unraveled the whole entire Marvel plot.
Yeah.
although I guess we don't really
Well, Doom has big dealings with Mephisto
Mhm.
because of his mom.
Yeah.
You know, so
Maybe that's where they're going.
Marvel's
I don't know.
PR team are shitting
Imagine.
themselves right now.
I don't.
Well, they
Crazy
are.
to
Yeah,
think of it,
they
but-
have to do make.
Hey, I mean,
they have to make a
Agatha-
path for Doom, I
Agatha
guess.
Harkness is a Fantastic Four
Yeah.
character.
There was that 1 week where you're like, yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be Doom.
Oh,
and
don't
we're all
say
just
it. Don't
like,
keep
no,
saying
no, and then
Now to
then
find
it
out that he's actually going to be Iron Man with a curse on him to be Doom.
no.
That's still ruined.
Screen Crush. Do you guys know Screen Crush?
Well, I do.
It's
yes,
like a
yeah.
breakdown channel, but
Mhm.
like they are going so heavy into it being like an Iron Man variant, and I just don't think so.
I don't
Yeah,
think,
I don't
it
think
is
so
either.
either.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
They
I
also
have
like
to
said
agree.
it's gonna be Victor Von
Yeah.
Doom.
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not that trusting in like breakdown videos anymore
Yeah.
after that, because like that was the one I
And
trusted
it's
the most.
not just him. It's like 3 or 4 people on that channel are pretty strong on that
yeah,
idea.
it's like a whole group.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's still moving in the right. I thought the house was cool. I thought
Yeah.
when they realized the house was underwater
Mhm.
was pretty cool. It was, what is that?
Mhm.
Are we underwater?
Yeah. Well,
And-
they
and-
got it's the first test is done. So like
Yeah.
the potions
So-
witch was tested.
Mhm.
Right, right. So she should be good.
So next one will be Patty.
I don't
Could
know.
be any of
Could
them.
be anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting in that oven.
That was a cool little nod
Yeah.
to Hansel and
Yeah.
Gretel.
Mhm.
Also, just like the fucking like heavily cinematic camera, like out of that scene. Though,
Mhm.
I was like, where's that been? That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I had a really good friend like that. Shit.
Yeah, I just think this show continues to be like fun and silly and also
Yeah.
kind of serious at times.
It's
but,
whimsical,
like,
which is
yeah,
why I love it.
And I
it's
think
also shot incredibly well.
Disney's got a formula that they went back to, and I guess it's hopefully it just works
Yeah.
because it's
I'd even say they kind of just
You know?
broke the formula and
yeah, it's
started making
interesting.
good stuff.
I like watching an episode where I don't know what to expect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually want what's her name to get serious. Like to me, she's still playing that '70s show mom.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no, I can't wait.
Well, that's
know
why I
she's
think
gonna
I
switch.
think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But she still is that slapstick funny actress.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
She's always going to be that. But,
Wine.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She just takes the bottle.
I
and
need
drink it.
this.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, I don't think she'll stay dead. I feel like it would be interesting to like, I don't know, just like have characters that are able to die in these type of shows where
Yeah,
Mhm.
they
there's-
would stay dead. But
Yeah.
She's not dead.
Well, she would have died if right. She stepped off the road.
Mhm.
She
Oh,
was
yeah.
getting.
Sucked
Yeah.
by them, everything
down.
around her.
She lost her bag.
Do you think it's all gonna be like kind of 9 circles of hell type shit?
But they each have to
I
go
don't
through
think
the.
every episode is
test.
going to be on the road. I think like the last 2, you gotta.
Mhm.
There's something else here.
Mhm. Well, how many tests
like,
are there?
What what is
7,
going to
I
happen
believe.
once?
And
they
how many
complete the road,
episodes?
you know.
Once she gets her power
I'm not
back,
sure.
that's
Yeah.
what everyone's
Yeah.
trying to envision. But is she gonna be like she was and kill her coven and
Yeah.
Unless
go
they
on?
like slowly set up some big villain like Mephisto
Mhm.
or some shit. You know,
Like
I don't know.
I can't even picture like what is going to happen
Right.
at the end of the show.
Right.
Because like clearly it's building towards something. But,
Mhm.
like I don't know, it beats me. I have no idea.
that's why I like it.
Yeah, it's rare
Possibilities
to have
are
a
endless.
Marvel show, I guess, these days where you don't kind of like know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're kind of given the villain early, and then it's 8 episodes of how the hero's gonna
Mhm.
take
Yeah.
the villain down,
Yeah.
and struggle with the villain, whatever.
This
This
one
just
I'm-
might
I'm
set up the villain.
Not even
Right.
sure who the villain really is.
Right,
you know?
correct. Or the
Yeah.
the
But
extent of their power.
my thing going through this is that Agatha, the whole way through, is going to be like she's going to double cross the coven, but then at the end, she's not going to. She's going to figure out, okay, I got here because of all of them,
Right.
and then they're going to have something together that they're going to have to do to survive as the coven.
I think a lot of Marvel fans were missing the just like hype of like pre-Endgame and like pre-Infinity War stuff,
Mhm.
where it's like, oh, this is the person that's been behind it all along.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I feel like they're kind of taking that idea and almost like chopping it up into like 4 sectors where it's like Kingpin is like secretly behind all the underground street stuff, and like Mephisto's gonna be behind all this weird
Supernatural stuff,
supernatural
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess Doom will be, or King was behind all the Avengers stuff now. Yeah, so I just think they're kind of trying to do that again,
Right.
which is good. I mean, I
Mhm.
like that. It makes for good comic content.
And are we going to see the Scarlet Witch?
I say yes.
I don't know, honestly.
I think so.
I think they're going to allude to the fact that she's back.
Mhm.
I don't know if she'll be present
Yeah.
in this series.
I don't think they'll do it based off like a necessity thing.
Mm.
Like I think you're right. They'll just allude to it, where it's like because then people will talk about it more. I think,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Also, I feel like we've still yet to see like even the slightest extent of where this show's gonna go, like horror wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and why can't the teen say his name?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
can't they
And
know?
I do
who
like
he
how like
is?
everybody knows that now.
Yeah.
So it's more of a mystery.
Which
Yeah.
I love how they found it. Like, oh, and she didn't want to tell us about
And
it.
you didn't tell
Yeah.
us about that.
I wonder if they're gonna do some shit where it is Mephisto, because like in the comics, Mephisto, like it was Mephisto's power that brought them to life, right? So
Yeah, it is interesting that like every time he goes to say his name, it's an M.
That's
Mhm.
what I
And like
Yeah.
it's
meant.
almost
That's
like
what I
you're
keep-
supposed
isn't
to
it a
believe.
W though?
Is it a W or is it an M?
I don't know.
I think it's an M.
No, you're right.
It looks like
actually,
an
it is
M.
It's a-
I think it's
an M.
just the spell, though.
Mhm.
Whatever that spell
yeah,
is.
it could just be
Yeah.
stitches.
You know, the signs
I
that
think
they.
it's supposed to be an M though, because it's like
That's
you're
what I
supposed to
feel.
be like, oh, Maximoff, but like
magic.
Maximoff,
maybe
Mephisto.
Mephisto. I don't know.
It's supposed to
Mirror.
confuse
Mute.
the watcher.
I still think going back to. I think I said it already.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is Maximoff. Maybe that's a spell Wanda put on one of her imaginary children,
Mm-hmm.
and that's who it is. Knowing
Well,
that
I
if he
I think
gets
he
to the
said-
end
yeah.
of the road, he
Mhm.
gets what he wants, which is bringing his mom back.
Yeah,
But
and
then,
that's what
like-
AJ had said
I
from the
think it is.
beginning
I
as
mean,
well. Yeah,
He's Billy.
Yeah.
You think
yeah.
absolutely?
He thinks it's Billy.
I thought he was Billy like before I even saw the first episode.
Unless he's
Really?
Iceman. Just a other random gay.
Oh boy.
But that would be very cool.
Yeah.
And it would just kind of make sense that the Scarlet
But
Witch
then, like-
would do that so that what's her name doesn't kill the kid, knowing that it's.
What even is like Wiccan's powers? Is he
It's
just like
just
a wizard?
a warlock.
A warlock?
Like I said, in this, he's gonna be a witch.
Doesn't him date like Amadeus?
So no, he digs Hulkland, which is actually a
And
scroll.
what he said mentioned something about manual. Remember
Yeah,
he
like
was talking about
analog
manual,
magic,
like
yeah.
to actually
Yeah.
have
Yeah, I
to
like
do
that a
the
lot.
spell,
That
as
was
opposed
great.
to just moving your hands around and.
Yeah. He went to Hogwarts.
Well, also just like
He went to Hogwarts.
I've been like trying to think of like a way to explain what he means there.
Yeah.
But like I guess like it's like doing math on like a paper
Right.
instead of like
Calculator.
yeah, it's hard to explain really.
Yeah, I'm excited for next episode.
Next
Yeah.
I give that episode a 4 out of 10.
Somebody shoot.
I'm definitely in an 8 realm
Yeah, I
myself
give it
on
a-
that show.
yeah,
on
give it
that
a nice
episode.
8.
Yeah, I'm still up
Yeah.
in the 8s too.
Yep.
I do just wish it was less of an MCU show where like
I
30
know.
minutes and then like 5
Yeah.
minutes credits. And,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're not giving anything at the end of the shows either.
No.
Yeah.
Jack doesn't necessarily like them, but I've enjoyed all the like record drop ending. Kind
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I didn't like them, but like it's just like a funny thing where it's like you use an entire song budget for like the ending credits,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, didn't the Penguin have
I
a...
feel like also
Well,
yes.
Penguin-
like,
Penguin had an ending.
Penguin
right.
did it better, I'd say, because like it wasn't exact
Yeah,
credits, and
yeah.
also like it played early in the show.
Peacemaker does that too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I mean, I'm just saying like it's not even bad. It's just funny to use it for the credits. you know?
Speaking of which, Peacemaker is about to be finished filming.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Season
good. I
2.
was just going to ask when that drops again.
So I'm excited.
All right, so we'll see you next week for Penguin.
Wah, wah, wah.
See you next time.
Bye.
What's the difference between the mafia and the government? Some of them is organized.
and also not super political.